Howdy, I just got done watching Respa Nuso Kalash, sorry. And the first thing I'd like to say is, please don't make me do that again. My goodness. Oh man. You know, I don't know if I complained about it in one of my responses. I think I complained about it in another class, but college, oh my gosh. I am getting so tired of college. You guys, that was I'm sorry, that's a silly, that was a tough thing to sit down and watch for 20 minutes. I mean, it was nice. It was entertaining. I kind of get where they're going. They're doing something unique, but oh goodness. I mean, I guess that's what you pay for, right? Experience. Anyways, let's talk about the diet. And I know with collage, there's not much of a diet. You know, those things are packed. Carb city. But I personally like to make the drive down to Ennis every once in a while. If I'm on my way to Houston, stop at the Czech something. It's what the Czech Bakery, I think is. You can get some collage. And from what I understand, they do it for real. But anyways, describe. So first they let us know that without work, there are no collages. And I'm sorry, I don't know if I should say kolache or collage. You know what I'm saying. And then we get the story of how the family wanted to make the collage. We get the connection there. We get an intro to this recipe. She keeps coming back and forth to this recipe, teaching us how to make the collage. Maybe by the end we'll get to do it, right? Then we get to hear about the museum, right? And then back to how to make it. Then we hear about the town, and then back to make it. And then kind of see the museum move. We kind of hear about the commercialization. It's a little sporadic. It's a little all over the place, but it keeps coming back to how to make a collage, all right? To interpret that, I think the collage recipe being split up like that, yeah, that's how it is with baking. You know, you have to let things rise. Well, what are we going to do while it rises? How about I tell you about a museum? You know, what am I going to do while I'm mixing? You know, baking takes a long time. And your mind wanders. It's almost how people talk about woodworking. They get to do mind. It's like a meditative thing. And when you bake, there are times when your mind can wander. So they do that in the collage recipe here. Yeah, it's kind of like in real life. And then also she loves to do the sort of thing where she'll like monologue about she'll monologue about their culture and then do like, and that's kind of, I guess, a simple toss-up of like her struggling with her identity and her culture and how it's changing and being taken. It's a struggle. My evaluation, I gotta say, it's the same thing I gave you in the beginning. A little pissed off. I'm like, what? This is craziness. She played that loud metal song. I said, goodness gracious. I had my, headphones on. It's so loud. But maybe that's my own fault, right? My evaluation was, it was entertaining, it was unique, and it was experimental. You were right. It's kind of like if all I ever listen to is Taylor Swift, which, for the most part, I listen to a lot of Taylor Swift. And then you were to put on some John Coltrane, right? Some double time jazz. I would hear it and be like, wow, this is all right. Yeah, they are obviously following a pattern and doing something intentional. But I don't quite understand why the chord changes are happening. So, I mean, she's doing something great. This is something experimental and awesome and progressive. I can't hang, but that doesn't mean it's bad, right? So that would be my evaluation. And then my family, my places, my practices, very, almost extremely Caucasian, the reflection that comes out of this. We would go to Cozumel, which is, near Cancun, every year. We'd go down there, we'd stay at a resort. It was awesome. We'd go with our friends who also had kids, and great, the kids could eat their hot dogs and chicken nuggets while the parents could drink a margarita right at the beach. And it was like the perfect, like, stereotypical, they're doing this vacation every year. And we'd go to the same places and do the same thing. And it was fun. It was awesome. But yeah, there was a connection to Cozumel, to that island. We had been there so many times. We knew it around. We knew our favorite places to go. We looked forward to it every year. It was the thing we liked to do. And when we got back to the States, we would always go to one particular Mexican restaurant with our friends, El Palenque. And the food wasn't even good, but the place became a home for us because we would go there all the time and meet these people, and we knew all the waiters. Again, I'm saying Caucasian. It was very Caucasian, I know. But that was a part of our culture as a family. And then we would go to the Woodlands Pavilion too, almost every Saturday at a point. And sometimes we wouldn't even go to the pavilion, but we would just go sit out in the park. Didn't matter who was playing. There was a community there. And it was, me and my friends would play on our skateboards, go down the hills. My parents would sit in lawn chairs, hang out with their friends, maybe have some beers. And it was these places, Cynthia Woods Pavilion, Cozumel, El Palenque, even Galveston, to the extent we went there a lot just because my dad grew up there and it happened a lot. They became hubs for us and hubs for us and our friends, and we went there to have a good time. The dopamine would grow as you would get there because you knew this. Now you were entering fun time. So that's my little take on that. Please don't make me watch another video about metal music and someone's going to make a collage. Oh, that's my final evaluation, or my critique, I mean. We didn't get to finish the collage. The dough was rising. Yeah, I think I can safely say I'm pissed about that. Let's finish the collage.